Alan Walsh on his podcast said that he's hearing the salary cap could go up as high as $97 million next season. So that the NHL is preparing for a big jump.
$9 million.
Yeah. Now, granted, when an agent says it, you immediately need to go, how would he benefit from this information being out and in the public? And it's like, well, if he's like negotiating a contract right now and he can have it out there that, hey, the cap might be 97, he might get a team to be like, son of a bitch, we'll give you the extra $1 million. You're right. But if it were, let's walk down this rabbit hole a little bit. And it goes from 88 to 97. That means the Oilers next summer go from having 10.6 million to 19.6 million. That was really easy math. I should not have struggled on that like I did. But 19.6 million, Liam, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 forwards already signed. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defensemen already signed, and both your goalies locked up. So let's do some reverse math here. I'm going to pull up the calculator just to see. Oh, yeah, Lance says it. You knew it was coming. Your Remchuk math. 19.6 million. I said they had 9 forwards already signed. Let's say Noah Philp is, call it 800K, right?
Sure.
Matt Savoy's on your roster. He's another 800K. So that's minus 1.6 million for those two. Maybe it's a little bit more, but just for the sake of this, let's make it easy. You're down to $18 million with 11 forwards signed. Let's say you bring back one of like a Connor Brown or a Kasperi Kapanen for another, let's call it 1.25 million.
Sure.
Your forward group is set. You have 16.7 million. You need to sign Ty Emberson. Let's call it 1.5 million. And let's say they give Evan Bouchard 8.5 mil.
Okay. Don't freak out, people. It's just
you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defensemen, 2 goalies, and 12 forwards signed with $6.75 million still in cap space.
That's Taylor Hall money.
I mean, the point is, and also I think there is a good chance that this is Evander Kane's last season in Edmonton.
I think so too. Just with his trade value changing.
But like you could, to find that, call it 13th forward, you could sign a $6 million player pretty comfortably if the cap were to go up that high.
Is that including the buyout players?
Yeah, that includes everything, I believe.
Yeah, that would be.
That's their projected cap space on Puckpedia next season.
6.25, you said?
6.75 million. And now, granted, it's probably just going to go to a defenseman,
which I do think is probably a better approach.
Which is totally, yes, exactly what you need to be doing, especially if you don't like trade a Kane or trade an Arvidsson and free up a little bit of money in that regard. But like, man, if you have $6 million going into the summer to sign a defenseman, and then again, you can factor in like Stetcher comes off the roster when you sign that guy, whatever ends up happening, like you could have almost $7 million to go get a defenseman next summer.
A lot to play with, and it's something the Oilers really haven't like had for the year before.
Yeah.
When
and to be fair, they did go spend $7.5 million on Arvidsson and Skinner this summer, so like they had money this summer too. But I'm just saying, like,
but in the sense of like the roster is so well built already, you only need like one big piece, right? Like when they had all that other money, it's like we need this guy, this guy, this guy. But this one is like, okay, let's go out and get our dog, someone to help out Nurse in the top 4.
Yeah, some of the defensemen who are pending free agents: Brent Burns, Dmitry Orlov, Aaron Ekblad, Ivan Provorov,
Orlov, interesting.
Neil Pionk.
Vlad,
I'd be interested in Pionk, 29 years old too. Vlad Gavrikov's a free agent. Jacob Chikrin's a free agent. You could go like do some damage with that kind of money. It's interesting. What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.